Hello, Sagittarius. Oh, awesome. I've been so excited to film this video because I am Sagittarius and I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes out. I am Taryn and this is my new channel, The Luminary Tarot. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is just a general reading for 2019 and just to see like what the energies are, what we are leaving behind, what we are looking forward to. So let's see what is happening for us Saggies. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to this year. Really looking forward to just, getting rid of all of the things, all of the heavy things that last year brought. Oh, okay. Yeah, still a little bit of confusion though. Still a little bit of time and planning that kind of needs to happen, I feel, for a lot of us. A lot of trusting the intuition and knowing that those are the plans to follow through on instead of, like with Sagittarius, we can kind of get sidetracked a little bit, like going to, the bright shiny thing, just following the shining light. And it can take us off the path if we don't have a proper plan in place. So that's been something that I've been really conscious of as we move into this new energy, this new beginning. And yeah, hopefully just finding a little bit more balance. Oh my gosh, yeah, wow, these cards really don't want to shuffle. So I'm going to just try one more and then I think we're going to start the reading. Nope, we're in. Okay, all right, Sag. This energy is interesting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what is happening for us. So the first card is just a message from your guides, a message from, those powers that love you more than anything else. Emotional withdrawal. So interesting. So this is the way that we are starting the new year, just really moving away from all of those things that aren't serving us from last year, moving away from those people, those relationships, those business partnerships, those things that maybe we were just doing because we again got distracted by the light and we just started doing and giving, and now it's actually time to start to turn away from those things and look inward, to actually look at our own emotions, to really think about how we want to proceed. This is a person by themselves, and it is moving into something of way greater magnitude, so moving into purpose instead of into obligation, and that's really something that we need to start to focus on this year. So that's a really cool message as we start out, and as we move into that, now I just want to ask what stays behind in 2018, and that is the world. Thinking that we can do everything. The thing about Sagittarius, we actually can. we try really hard to do everything, because we can do anything, but not everything. We really have to leave behind the sense of like, oh, well, I just want to do this and this project and this project, this and this and this and this. And it's stuff that may not be completely aligned with us or may not be exactly where we want to go, but we feel like we can do it because we've got heaps of energy and heaps of natural, like willpower and drive to succeed, but we have to make sure that we're succeeding in the things that we actually want in our lives. So we're actually working toward the goals that we value instead of other people's values and goals. So leaving behind the sense of needing to do absolutely everything and be everything to everyone. Because if you're trying to be everything to everyone, you're going to be nothing to no one. Unfortunately, that is just the true reality. And then people will just start to expect more and more of you, and you will just become way more burnt out and more resentful, and it's not a good energy to be stuck in. So let's shift that. Let's leave that in 2018. We're all done with that, my loves, and it is time for us to focus on our own things, our own success, our own creativity, and our own avenues of moving forward. So this third card, I think maybe how to achieve our highest potential, how to get to the highest good for ourselves, and how we start to move toward that this year. Ooh, the Lover's card, harmony. So coming into balance with other people and with ourselves especially. I feel as though this is probably talking more to a balance within, because this is really, it's Gemini energy, but it is about balancing the scales and really finding that masculine, feminine, dark, light, high, low kind of vibe. Last year was all about duality, and experiencing those opposite ends of the spectrum, experiencing the highs, experiencing the lows, and dealing through it, but now coming into balance with it, actually using it as a tool to start to move forward toward our highest potential. Because when we are in balance, and when we're not just doing everything and, like kind of manically moving around and shifting between project and project and project and trying to make everything happen, when we're in balance and we're moving toward the things that we actually want, that's when we are standing in our true Sagittarian power, which is amazing. And especially with Jupiter in our sign for the next year, we have so much expansion and so much creativity, so we must make sure that we're doing it toward the things that are actually serving us, toward the things that we actually want in our lives, right? So let's see what we should start to focus our energy on as we move into 2019. So that is just how to achieve it, but we need to start to focus on fertility. And it's so cool because, that's a 6 and this is a 3. So really focusing on that creation, that spark within us, how we know that this is our passion, this is what we want, this is what you want to do, it's what you're called to do, it's what you feel like doing, and that's how you make something grow. You make it grow by actually wanting it, and by really nurturing it and taking care of it and watching it prosper, even if it's not growing as quickly as you want it to or in the way that you want it to. That spark and that passion is something that can grow from a place of groundedness. So really moving into this grounded energy to make things grow for us this year, my loves. And it's really lovely. It's really beautiful. And I'm seeing a lot of green here, which is also about like these 3 cards. So here we have 3 little splashes of green, which is all about the heart and really allowing yourself to feel into experiences. So really just feeling into the things that you're allowing, feeling into the relationships that you are bringing, that you are attracting, feeling, letting yourself feel, especially if you've been through any kind of trauma in the last year or 2, really just tapping into those emotions, feeling what you need to feel when you need to feel it. Cool, so now moving on to the theme of the year, what our lesson is going to be for 2019, light. And it's so interesting because Pisces didn't have this as the theme, but they also had this, and I really feel as though this is something we're all really needing to move towards. So if there has been a lot of darkness or stagnation or heaviness in the past moment, like in 2018, 2017, whatever it was, now is the time to let that shit go and start to focus on the light. Start to focus on the light within. Start to focus on the light without. Instead of dwelling on the negative, instead of dwelling on what you think you can't do or like what you don't feel like you have access to, it's time to start being guided and allow yourself to really open up and open your heart and shine your light. Shine your light, Sagittarius, because you have so much light inside of you and so much exuberance, and you really don't understand how amazing you can make people feel when you are sitting in that same feeling of really being a light. And I think that's a really, really lovely lesson for all of us as we move into 2019, to really allow our light to shine, allow ourselves to be luminous. That's why I call this channel The Luminary, because it is all about illuminating. And Sagittarius, we are about truth and standing in authenticity. So really stand in your truth this year. Let your light shine. Then let's see the future opportunities and energies that we want to start to attract as we stand in this new luminous light, which is awesome. A firm foundation, which is so cool. It's so relevant as well. So, I mean, yeah, Saggy, we can really tend to be a little bit more, kind of not all over the place, but we are adventurous spirits, which can sometimes mean that we don't plan. We're sometimes very like, throw caution to the wind and just see what happens. Like, let's just jump out and see what catches us. But this year is all about building a firm foundation, having a plan, and moving forward with that plan. So really allowing ourselves to set up for success. And that's in the physical. In the physical realm, we really need to set ourselves up for success, whether that is making investments or really making solid business strategies, business plans, planning holidays, planning whatever it is that you want to start to see in your life, because we are very good at trusting, usually. Sagittarius is quite open to trusting and open to new experiences, but for us to actually prosper this year, it's going to take a little bit of planning and a little bit of effort on our part. Yeah? And so some obstacles that we may encounter, any challenges that we may encounter as we move toward this new energy and how to move forward is this next card. Triumph. And so this card is actually the Chariot in the traditional tarot deck. And the Chariot is all about duality, balance, trying to find harmony and balance within ourselves, within a situation, for us to be able to get to that victory. So sometimes we're completely off balance with how much we're giving, but we're not receiving. Or we're completely off balance with how much we're doing, but we're not feeling. And that's really going to be the challenge for us this year, my loves. I feel as though we are really going to have to start to look at situations and how we would normally want to respond and ask ourselves, is this what I'm actually feeling, or is this what I feel like I should be doing? Is this how I am supposed to proceed, or is this just something that I could do, like I'm capable of doing it, but I don't really want to do it, and like maybe I'll give it up after a couple months. That's when we need to let that go. We don't even start those projects. So really moving into every situation with balance as the focus, instead of moving into a situation and then being completely off balance and being like, I need to find some more balance, right? So that's gonna be an interesting one to move through, but it is a spiritual lesson for all of us to learn. We've got 5 major arcana cards, so loads of spiritual stuff happening. I really feel like this is a spiritually expansive time for Sagittarius. So really trusting the guidance that has been given to you, taking time away, again, with this emotional withdrawal, taking time out for yourself, meditating, really stilling the distractions around you and listening to your inner voice is going to be really important, especially when it comes to finding that balance. When it comes to making a decision, just take a step back, go take a moment for yourself, do some breathing, some meditation, and then come forward with an answer. Don't just say yes automatically. We are yes people, but yes is not always the answer that we need to say, right? So this next card is just going to be how we can start to foster healthier and more loving relationships as we move into 2019 as well, which, I mean, look, again, like that also comes with the balance. Instead of just getting ourselves into something that may be a little bit of a rescuing situation or a codependent situation, try to look at if the people that are coming into your life are for your highest good. Okay? So how do we foster healthier and more loving relationships? We let go of fear. We let go of fear of trusting other people. We let go of the fear of allowing ourselves to be seen, allowing ourselves to be heard, allowing ourselves to be who we actually are, and we just liberate ourselves. So how we foster more healthy relationships is by looking our fear in the eye, acknowledging that we have had a fear in the past of fully committing to things, of fully committing to people, and maybe just taking a step back and saying, actually, I'm holding myself in this cage. I'm trapping myself in this fear of really allowing my heart to open and truly allowing myself to trust. That's actually, it's a tough pill to swallow, but it is a definite It's going to be a really beautiful way to move forward and move into something that feels right and that you're not afraid. Like you can be completely unafraid to give yourself over to another person, to actually allow yourself to commit. It's a hard one. It's a hard one for Saggies, I know. So I just wanted to pull one more card, just one parting message for 2019. I will be back in 2 weeks with another reading, but this is just general energy I want to send to you as we start to move forward into this beginning phase of the year, this first quarter. So let's just see. Patience in the waiting game. The waiting game. So not everything happens as we want it to happen. And I feel like I said this so many times today with all the other signs that I've been doing. You can't just expect it to happen on your time. That's not how life works. But you have to find things and people that make waiting feel fun, that make waiting feel like not waiting, like you're not waiting. So by the time you've planted your seed and it's come to full fruition, you're like, oh wait, I didn't even realize that I was waiting. I was just enjoying myself. I was actually just having a good time, being a light and being around all these incredible people and being with myself. So patience and patience. Yeah, temperance as well. That is the Sagittarius. That's a Sagittarius thing. Coming into balance, coming into harmony. There's a lot of balance in this, and that's what it's going to take. Just finding that way to temper ourselves, to be moderate and to not give too much, to not take too much, but to just find that good, happy medium. My love, I am wishing you so much joy and so much light and expansion for 2019. I hope that you have a beautiful start to your year. I will see you in 2 weeks with the next reading. Until next time, be well. Namaste. Lots of love. Oh, please like and subscribe and comment as well. Thank you.